Olympians and civil rights activists Tommie Smith and John Carlos shared their stories with students at Oklahoma Christian University on Monday. Smith won the gold medal and Carlos won the bronze medal in the 200-meter final at the 1968 Summer Olympic Games. During the medal ceremony, both athletes raised their black-gloved fists to protest the treatment of African Americans in the U.S. During their rare appearance at the university, Smith and Carlos talked about the climate in the 1960s and how it correlates to today's cultural climate.
You know, in my life, I walk down the street, I see a lot of people, basically I see myself. A lot of people look at me and put me on a plateau like I'm somebody special because I went to the Olympic Games or because I made a statement. But I think all the trials and tribulations that I've gone through in my life, many people have gone through the same trials and tribulations. The most successful thing for myself, I believe, is that my faith in God and faith in self, that I was able to come through all the challenges that I had to deal with in life.
But I knew what I did was from my heart, from my soul. So when I left the games after this, I still didn't believe that it would be as big. You're absolutely right. But it had a message. I knew what I was trying to do. Then I had no time before the games to indicate what this was going to mean. John decided to do at those games. And I certainly didn't know the impact that it would have. But because we were kind of crazy on the track in terms of wanting to hit the line first, and also in the classrooms, which there's no way we could have gotten to the Olympic Games had we not gone to class, because that 2.0 had to stand for competition. Otherwise, you would not have been able to compete, unlike the athletes nowadays. You don't have to go to college to make the Olympic team. You can make money and still go to the Olympic team. We didn't have that platform.
God let me know that I was going to be involved in something special. I didn't realize what it was until 15 years later, actually on the victory stand. And I left the victory stand with the thought in mind that this is like a beacon for society. It would do nothing but grow in enormity in years to come. And it's doing pretty much that. I use the expression many years that it's like a giant mushroom. Each year it gets taller and it expands more. When a lot of people looked at this and said, this was a black power movement. It wasn't a black power movement.
No way.
But that's the way the media portrayed it, as a black power movement to maybe intimidate or scare people. It was a humanitarian movement. We had a button on that said Olympic Project for Human Rights. Our whole platform was about human rights. Just merely because we were black people and we chose to stand for human rights, they want to put a spin on it. So in terms of longevity, when you sit back and think about it, it encompasses all ethnic groups in society because everyone had perils and hurts and sadnesses that they have to deal with. And they can come to one in terms of having some sort of salvation through this particular demonstration.